This video is going to be very spicy. I don't usually like talking about these sorts of things. I do, but never, I guess, this so directly. I don't like mentioning names, but just by searching around, you guys could probably guess who these people are. I don't support any of you guys harassing them, but I don't think people like this should get away with the shit that they're doing. Especially because some of these people just really need a fucking reality check, and I just want to talk about creator responsibility. I'm going to be using 3 people for example for this. As I said, I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to talk about the shit that they did, because I think that's more important than naming names. But I will mention one other person that I'll be using for example, because that person is myself. I'm going to be honest. Last month in particular, October, wasn't a great month for me, more because I made 2 mistakes, and it just made me realize that it's not that I can't handle backlash, it's more of I don't have a good inner response to me receiving backlash, and that way when I receive it, I take it very hard, because I don't like hurting other people, and in turn that leads to a lot of self-destructive behaviors, and that's really not okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is about a certain furry YouTuber. Both these are actually furry YouTubers, smaller ones on this end, bigger than me, but not necessarily as big as, say, Glitch or Beta Deloda or Bakari or whatever. So this furry YouTuber, I have a lot of problems with some of the things that they do. Some things it's just creative decisions. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I would agree with you doing that, but it's not my content. It's not for me to say, it's a little bit rude for me to, jump in on that. And then it gets to the point where I don't like some of the people that they're surrounding themselves with, because they are not good people, and then they do stupid shit and then be like, oh, I'm cancelled now. Like, honey, back up a little bit, okay? Look, listen. So what this person did was someone put up a picture of them in fursuit being like, hey, can I be your pizza boy? And this motherfucker goes, now come on it. A lot of people want to forget about what happened to BLFC 2021. I don't know if you realize that. Look, listen, alright, the pizza cum jokes are gone. They're dead. They're 6 feet under. There's no reason to dig them back up or bring them back up, because they're not funny. They were beaten into the ground by Twitter when it happened. And honestly, the guy who is still, doing dumb shit over it and, want to be treated as a god, because of what happened, honestly needs the biggest fucking reality check of their lives. So I found the tweet that they made. Bruh, I make a cum pizza joke and now I have 4-year-olds coming after me like I'm the Antichrist. Furry bitch. The reason why people were coming after you was because not everyone is comfortable with that. Not everyone is comfortable with the pizza cum jokes, because honestly it's fucking disgusting, and it made the fandom look fucking bad. We already have problems with the fandom looking bad, and then you have people who purposely decide, hey, our pizza doesn't have enough toppings, let's all fucking cum on it, and then leave it out in the fucking hallway. How disgusting do you have to be to do shit like that? Like, you have to be some fucking stupid degenerate in order to do that. Like, come on. Cop on. And that's one thing that, I get it, maybe you shouldn't have been receiving that much backlash, or you think you don't deserve that enough backlash for it, but, dude, let the joke die. It's not funny. Not everyone is comfortable with it. Seriously, not a lot of people are comfortable with the pizza cum joke. A lot of people don't like what happened at BLFC. So for you to be all like, yeah, let's say that. That's appropriate. Dude, come on. Cup on. You could have said that to a minor. You could have said that to someone who is asexual, who doesn't really like talking about sex and stuff like that. You could have said that to anyone who doesn't really like sex jokes in general, but you decide, nope, I'm gonna say it anyway. Why? Because, haha, funny. Not everyone has the same humor as you, okay? Take the fucking L and go with it. But then you make a YouTube video about it. You mentioned in the video about how if you've ever been to my channel, you know that I have a spontaneous sense of humor. Oh, so North was supposed to know that you're a furry YouTuber and supposed to know about your fucking sense of humor. Now sit down, lad, and calm the fuck down. Alright? Calm the fuck down. For you to think that people should know who you are already just because you have a semi-big furry YouTube channel, holy shit, man. Take a few pegs down and get off your fucking high horse, alright? You're a fucking dog on the internet. You're not fucking Brad Pitt. Get off the fucking high horse. Jesus Christ. You mentioned that the whole thing is a joke, and saying that, like, how broken of a person can you be to not look at this and not say it's a joke. Thing is that it's funny to you. It's not funny for other people. Not only because the joke has been beaten to death, because the shit is just fucking disgusting. People don't like what that person fucking did because it's disgusting. So for you to assume that everyone thinks it's funny is a little bit irresponsible of you, but at the same time, there's could have been worse things that you did. I don't think you deserve to be called a pedophile over this when you said I love you to somebody else who was a minor, because obviously that can be used platonically. I don't agree with people calling you a pedophile. I don't even think people should be calling you a pervert. But what I do believe is that you should be more responsible with your platform and not saying stupid shit that making people uncomfortable, and then saying people are calling you the Antichrist. No one was calling you an Antichrist. You were calling yourself a fucking Antichrist. Calm the fuck down. I understand that, like, when you get cancelled, I'll get back to that now in a minute, when you get put in a situation when you're receiving a lot of backlash, it's not nice, it's not fun. You're just wondering, hey, why can't I apologize right? Why can't I say the right thing? You just need to take a step back, hear what people are saying, why you may have hurt them, why you might have made them uncomfortable, and then think about what you can do in the future to stop that from happening. There could have been worse things that you could have done, but at the same time, you need to take responsibility as a content creator and do the right thing. Take the joke down, apologize, and move on. That's all you have to do. But instead, you start whining and crying and complaining. And honestly, that's the problem I have with the situation. And then also, with you using the term being cancelled, you weren't cancelled. You were called out. People weren't constantly open arms about, you know what? This person terrible. Let's make sure that they have no more viewers, no more subscribers, no more Patreons, no nothing. People weren't like that with you. People were calling you out over a bad joke. There's a difference between being cancelled and being called out. Being cancelled is so similar to what happened with Shane Dawson, with what happened with Glitch and Kiro. Okay? That's cancelling. You were called out over a little joke. So sit down, sit in the corner, and shut up. Take responsibility for your actions and move on. That's all you have to do. I also have a few other problems with some things that you've done before, as I've said, and I've called you out on it before. But I'm just not going to mention them here, just because, I have some other stuff I want to talk about. Next is another furry YouTuber who I've had a few run-ins with the past, and they recently had a video being made by someone else, and the video was really, really important for this person to hear. They also had another video made by them, made about them by Ragehound. The other video made by them recently was by Labb. And the video was good. I think Labb made a lot of very good points. She brought attention to a lot of things that are very hurtful and very harmful for the community. And I thought the video was great, you know? But the thing is, the comment section is what I'm concerned about. This furry YouTuber, initially when I first found them, I thought, oh, they're making pretty good points. That's pretty good. And then I started watching a few of their other videos, and I started to think, okay, I wouldn't agree with that, but, it's probably just one video. And then I started going through a lot more of their other videos, and I started to realize there's a pattern, and there's a very harmful rhetoric being portrayed in their videos for the fandom. And I really don't like some of the things that they are saying in their videos. As I've said, I had a run-in with this person before. I will mention what happened with this furry YouTuber in particular, because what happened was my fault, and I'm willing to hold myself accountable with what happened. So I just want to put that out there. This person wasn't their fault with what happened with the run-in, but I did apologize to them. So there's not a lot more I can do in that situation, but I just really want to put it behind me because it's done. It's just that there's nothing else I can do about it. So anyway, so what happened? So a lot of the comments are in favor of this other furry YouTuber, and the rhetoric that they put in their videos is very anti-popular. The anti-popular rhetoric, as I'm gonna have this very, very brief because I've already made a whole video about it, is very harmful. Not only is it very harmful for people just getting into the fandom, it also creates a fake perception around all populars, and also for upcoming furry YouTubers, and it just seems it just creates everything to be a very hostile environment. I very much disagree with a lot of things that they say. And you know what? It's fine to disagree. It's healthy to have these conversations. It's all about healthy reactions and taking in what other people are saying, whether or not you disagree or not, just being on good terms with those people. That's all it is. There doesn't need to be a big drama because someone disagrees with you, But the things they're saying is very, very harmful. There's a video that they made about populars not understanding loneliness, as if all mental health issues disappear when you regain a following. Quite honestly, it's actually the opposite. Mental health issues go up more when you receive popularity. Where are you getting this from? You're saying that, oh yeah, because you have a big following, that's it. You have a bunch of friends and this and that. I'm gonna let you in on a little fucking secret, mate. I was incredibly lonely in the Pokemon AMV community, because before for a YouTuber, I was making AMVs on YouTube. I did not have a lot of friends in the Pokemon AMV community. I didn't talk to them a lot. You wanna know why? Because a lot of them were friends with somebody who was awful towards me, and I didn't want to hang out with them anymore because I was afraid I was running to that person. I was incredibly lonely in the Pokemon AMV community with 6,000 subscribers. 6,000 subscribers. That's pretty big. That's a lot of followers. I was so fucking lonely. So for you to say that popular people don't feel loneliness, explain fucking that to me. Explain that to me. Exactly. Mental health issues don't just go away when you have a big following. It is honestly quite disgusting for you to put out that rhetoric that popular people don't understand loneliness. That is incredibly selfish and disgusting of you. I honestly can't believe you would post a video and think that that's okay, because it's not. You're smarter than that, and I know you're smarter than that. This person really wants to appeal to this minority that all populars are bad and terrible. And it's a really harmful blanket statement to put across all populars because you don't know these people IRL. It is honestly horrible of you to think that you know these people, because you really don't know these people. You really fucking don't know these people. As Labb explained in her video, she was in a hospital bed because of how lonely she was. You don't know these people. You really don't. Just because someone has a high number on something does not mean shit. It literally does not mean shit. And in the fandom, I can understand that like having a popular fursuit will negate some backlash because people will value that over you being a genuine good person. But either way, you're still a shitty person at the end of the day. It's still plastered all over you. It still shows that the numbers don't fucking mean shit. Because the stuff will still be coming back up and up and up. It's still there. It doesn't just poof off into existence. The only way that will ever go, if shit like that will go away, is if that person has money and threaten legal action. And then when you talk about the whole Garu shadow scale situation, you were saying about how most of his Patreons are kids. And I can understand where this perception can come from. But at the same time, there's still adults with childlike mindsets, because not all people grow up. Then that's just a fact. Not all people grow up, and quite honestly, you saying that all of his Patreons are kids, where there's no real fucking evidence of it. There's no real evidence of these Patreons being kids, especially because I'm not really sure about how Patreon works, but I would assume that when there's money being involved, you have to be over 18 plus in order to use Patreon. And if you're using it through PayPal, you definitely have to be 18 plus. And of course, you can lie about your age, but if they find out that you're not over 18, they pull the plug on your account. It's still, either way, you making these accusations that Garu Shadowscale's Patreons are kids without the evidence, just by your perceptions, is an awful thing for you to do. It's really something that you shouldn't do. It's awful. Like, seriously. I understand that you are frustrated with the situation and that, yes, he is taking advantage of his fans. Don't make fake accusations on perceptions. Just don't. Anyway, I'm gonna link Labb's video in the description. It's a very good video, and I do genuinely think it was done very well. But I want to explain the situation I had with this said person, because what I did was terrible. I shouldn't have done it. I was joking around with friends in a Discord call about their ideologies, and I decided, it'd be funny, let's go into the Discord server and, go ask them who their favorite popular is and stuff like that. Little did I know that I actually hurt their feelings by doing that, by messing around in their Discord server. I ended up getting kicked out, and it was incredibly immature of me to do, and I really shouldn't have done that, and it was a joke that was taken way too far. It's different when you're joking around with friends in a Discord call and then actually, taking it somewhere to the point where they get hurt. Because when people start getting hurt or getting uncomfortable, that's when the joke's not funny. Because I was in this headspace of, oh, it's so funny, haha, like, let's go, That's the kind of headspace I was in when this was all happening. You know, like when you're really, really, really into a joke and you're not really thinking and you just think it's so hilarious, and then as soon as it all died down, the hype all started dying down and I got kicked out of the server, I realized, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then I got a message from a friend saying, hey, they're really upset. What did you do? Like, cop on. What's going on? So I apologized to them. And I said, look, I'm sorry. I knowing that they were hurt from the situation really impacted me. Because I really wasn't doing it to try and hurt them. But I did. I was just so into the joke. I wasn't thinking clearly. And it just wasn't funny anymore. And I'm a little bit ashamed of myself because I should have known better. Like, I really should have known better. And I really shouldn't have done that. And I just want to say, if they're watching this video, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened. It shouldn't have happened. I should have known better. And I'm sorry. But I do want to talk about creator responsibility with myself. Because although we've talked about terrible jokes that people made, harmful rhetorics, and responsibilities that you should be taking as a creator, and putting out harmful things into the fandom, we should also be talking about our responses to said things. Not only taking something that we said and moving on, but also having healthy responses towards it for yourself. Because after the whole Discord thing happened, this is a little hard for me to talk about. I relapsed into my anorexia. When I hurt people, I don't take it very well. When I find out I hurt people, I really don't take it very well. And I get into really bad self-destructive behaviors. It's definitely something I really need to work on because it's incredibly dangerous. But it's something I need to take responsibility for, because there's going to be times when I'm going to hurt somebody, and I as much as I don't want to think about that, as much as I don't want to admit it, it happens. Hurting people and getting hurt is inevitable. And it's something that you're just going to have to accept. It's something I don't want to, but I have to. I need to handle it correctly. And not just put myself through hell as a way of making it up to people, I guess. Because I think that's what I need to do in order to be even with somebody. If I hurt them, I deserve to hurt myself. And that's really not okay, because it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't benefit anyone. It just creates a more toxic situation. And I really shouldn't be doing that. I really shouldn't be doing that, because it's not going to benefit. It's not going to benefit the other YouTubers. It's not going to benefit me. It's not going to benefit my audience. It's not going to do anything. It's just hurting me. It's not doing anything else. I really need to take responsibility for the things like that, because it's not good. I really shouldn't be going into these self-destructive spirals, because they don't benefit anybody. They don't do any good at all. I should take my bit of my own advice, take the L and move on, but hurting other people is something that I feel. I feel like my heart gets torn apart when I hurt someone else. Even if I don't like some of the things they do, finding out I hurt somebody else like that, it hurts me. So it's just something I need to learn on how to deal with properly and not destructively. So anyway, I think that's enough for this video. I think I've put in a lot of things that I wanted to say, and I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. So I think I said all I needed to say. This has all been pent up over multiple days, so yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one.